Welcome to the Bungalows for Bachelors Framing Design Program. You're here to learn, so let's get straight into it. So, the first thing you're going to need to do to use this program effectively is you're going to need the documents that are going along with this because we are going to not just tell you how to design, we're going to walk you through designs as we do it. So, there's going to be a sheet set and some individual sheets as part of the first section. This first example, it's going to say level 1 on it. I'm going to need you to download those. Those are PDFs of the first design we're going to go through as I'm explaining everything through the first time. So you're going to need to find whatever local print shop you have wherever you are. The screen is showing Las Vegas, Nevada. You'd search wide format printing or wherever you live, wide format printing or reprographics shop or printing shop. And what you're looking for some place that's going to be able to print you these sheets on 24-inch by 36-inch sheets of paper. That is an architectural D size, D for Delta. And you're going to find a place that can print those out. And what you're going to want is you're going to want a few copies of this. And we're going to go through it on paper. We're going to be doing these designs on the paper itself. So go ahead and find a place where you can get those printed out, print out a few copies. I will be doing most of my stuff on a digital PDF drawer thing, but the same premise can be done on paper just as simply. So this is where you'd go, I guess, in Las Vegas. You'd go to Alpha Graphics if you're in Vegas, but there's many places you can go. Just find a place, get it printed out. So after that, you're going to have your drawing sheets. What's next? What else are you going to need? You don't need much. If you pick up some Sharpies and an architectural scale ruler from somewhere, doesn't matter where, an architectural scale ruler is going to be able to tell you actual distances on your plans. So there's going to be a scale written out somewhere on your plans. Most of mine are in 1/4 inch equals 1 foot scale. So on the scale, you're going to find the piece that says 1/4 here instead of 3/16 or 16. And what's happens is when you put that scale down on the piece of paper, the numbers on the ruler in that direction are going to tell you how many feet you're dealing with. So that's why you get the architectural scale ruler. It allows you to measure things on the paper very easily. And the Sharpies are going to be for notating things, drawing in beams, drawing in structural elements, highlighting things that are important. So these are the two things you need. Get them wherever you like, but you're going to need those items. And then we're going to go a little bit into being familiar with the plan set here. So this is what the sheet set should look like. Level 1, Bungalows for Bachelors, Framing Design Program. We're going to go over this. It's an addition project. We're not concerned with the right side of the building. We're going to be concerned with not the right side. This is a backside view. We're going to be taking care of the structural design of this guy. It's not very complicated. We're going to treat it as if it was a sort of a new construction project, and we're going to go through like that. On the right side is the sheet index, just tells you where the sheets are. So being familiar with a plan set like this, what you need to know is the right side is going to tell you the title block. That's going to be on the right side over here. It's where all the information is. If there's revisions on this plan, whatever, these are very plain. I made them very simple just so they're easy to follow. This is the floor plan sheet of the level 1 project drawn by Bungalows for Bachelors, sheet A1. So this just tells you where to find different things. The next sheet says it's the elevations sheet. So you want to just be familiar with how to work your way through these. You're going to want more of these. You're going to want more floor plan sheets printed out and maybe 1 or 2 roof plan sheets printed out. If you get copies of everything, that's great, but you really don't need a copy of the electrical plan. You don't need copies of the elevations plan. It's really the roof and the floor plan that we're going to be doing our work on. So if you get a bunch of copies of those, that's what we're actually going to be drawing on. So get those guys taken care of. But this is the regular sheet set. You're going to have a floor plan that just tells you the general dimensions, where the walls are, where the doors are, what the sizes are. Everything in here is to scale. So if there's a doorway that's this wide, if you measured this with a ruler, it would show exactly 3 feet 0 inches across. So this is how we're going to do our dimensions in our design here. So elevations are going to show you the side views, the front, the side, things like that. This is not a super complicated one, so it's fairly simple looking. It'll tell you the roof pitch, things like that. What kind of siding, what kind of material is on the roof. These are things we need to know for design. And this is the roof and details sheet. Over here has got a closet island detail. This is not very important for structure, but it's just part of an architectural plan sometimes. And this is the roof plan. So this is the top-down view of the house. If you were in the sky and you looked down on the house, this is what you would see. The dashed line represents the wall of the house. Where does the actual wall stop? And the solid line is representing roof shape. So the eave of the roof goes out past the wall to overhang, and it goes all the way around like that. The center line here is a ridge line of the roof. That's where the roof pitch comes up stops, and then it goes back down the other direction. So there's another ridge line right there. And this is telling you the pitch and the direction water would flow down the roof. That's what the arrow means. So that's important to know. And this is the electrical plan, which would basically just tell you where outlets are and lights and things like that. This is not super important for a structural framing plan. Not really a big deal. So that's the architectural plan. You ought to be familiar with where things are in it. And yeah, get this printed out. And once you have that, you'll be ready to kind of move into starting with the design. So that's it for the introduction.